year, we celebrate the 20 years anniversary of VEI by diving deep into the transformative power of water operator partnership. Today, we are focusing on something essential: communication. Because providing water isn't just about infrastructure and technology, it's about people, trust, and engagement. One of the biggest challenges in the water sector, especially when working with low-income communities, is building strong relationship with customer. How do we ensure people have the information they need? How do we encourage sustainable water use and responsible bill payments? And most importantly, how do we create trust between utilities and the communities they serve? Joining me today are the amazing guests who will share their experiences and knowledge in it. Welcome to the show, our guests. Could you please introduce yourself and your background and your role in the project?
Sure. Thank you for your question. And I would like to give you thanks for inviting me in this podcast. Hi, my name is Hashuli Hasna. I'm working for VEI since 2018. You know that VEI has a water operators partnership project in Bangladesh. It has a partnership project with a local water utility company called Dhaka WASA Water Supply and Sewerage Authority. Currently, I'm working in the WOP3 phase. Earlier, already WOP2 project completed. I started my career in WOP2 project. There, I work as a junior project officer, and I continued till WOP2 project till September 2023. Then I was lucky. I was promoted to financial project officer. I also provide support to the project coordinator who is working in the low income area. And additionally, I am also the young expert of the Waterworks Batch 6.
Thank you very much, Hashuli, for introducing yourself. Now we have another guest, Faustina. Could you please introduce a little bit about yourself, your project, and your role in the project?
Thank you, Sulat. It's really exciting to be here, and especially on the 20th anniversary of VEI. I am also excited to be here to talk about something I am deeply passionate about: communication, making water services more inclusive and accessible. Yes, you have already mentioned my name, but my full name is Faustina Boachie, and I serve as the Chief Manager for the Low Income Customer Support Department at Ghana Water Limited. I have over 20 years experience in the water sector. I started in an entry-level role as a commercial officer, rose through the ranks to become a district manager in Obuasi in the Ashanti region. I was transferred to the capital city, Accra, in 2009 to support these pro-poor interventions. That was the time I had a direct interaction with the officials during Water for Life projects. And this was the time that my mindset was shifted, that water access is not only a technical challenge, but also a social issue. Through the support and engagement with the officials, I became a strong advocate for community engagement. And that was when we started building the low-income customer support function in Ghana Water from a one-person desk into a full-fledged department. I am currently one of the 6 female chief managers in Ghana Water, which is a major milestone for women in the sector. Yes, I will say that my journey from the district level to the head office and leading a department shows how important it is to combine the technical aspects with social understanding, especially when working with low-income communities. Over the years, I have been deeply involved in designing and implementing strategies to improve water accessibility, affordability, and service delivery for the poor. But this work isn't just professional for me, it is also personal, because I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. So I understand firsthand the realities of living in a low-income community. I have seen the struggles, the meager incomes, lack of awareness about available water services and infrastructure challenges that make daily life difficult for residents. What I have learned over the years is that trust, transparency, and engagement are just as important as infrastructure when it comes to delivering sustainable water services. And so by working closely with communities and forging strong donor partnerships, we have not only expanded access to water, but also built meaningful relationships with the people we serve. It's been a challenging yet deeply rewarding journey, and I am excited to share more about this.
Thank you, Faustina. Over the years, the approach to serving low-income customer has evolved. What changes have you observed in how utilities engage with these communities? What factors have driven this shift?
Great. So yes. So our journey of serving low-income communities at Ghana Water has been one of learning and adaptation. I always say that our department is a learning department. It all started during the management contract period with VEI, when a poor water supply manager worked with GWL's operational regions to expand safe water services in poor water stressed communities across the country. So seeing the tremendous impact of these Water for Life projects, they encouraged the continuation of these projects even after the contracts ended in 2010. Around the same time, the Water for Sanitation for the Urban Poor played a key role in prompting Ghana Water. Sometimes I say WhatsApp triggered Ghana Water to start thinking about establishing a dedicated unit focused on water service delivery to poor communities. So to ensure we build a strong foundation, steady visits were undertaken to Uganda, Kenya, and Zambia. These were countries with well-established pro-poor units. So upon our return, we carried out a business case analysis to determine whether creating such a unit made not only social sense, but financial sense, because we are a water utility and the bills that customers pay helps to sustain our work. And I must say the results of the studies we conducted were eye-opening. Low-income households then were paying 10 to 15 times more for lower quality water, often to third-party vendors. Not only was this unfair to residents, but it also meant that Ghana Water was missing out on potential revenue that could have been reinvested into improving citywide water services. And so recognizing this, management decided to formally establish the low-income customer support unit and integrated it into the company's organizational structure. And so when we started, the unit head reported to the chief manager of corporate planning. Over time, the importance of the unit has become even more evident. So by 2019, the unit head reported directly to the managing director, and in 2021, the unit was elevated to a full department. This milestone, backed by strong leadership and the support of the board, solidified Ghana Water's commitment to achieving SDG 6 by ensuring safe water for all, which is in line with government's commitments to ensure water access to everyone, which is also in line with the SDGs not to leave anyone behind. So when you look at our journey, you realize that the SDGs pushed Ghana Water towards direct access through private connections. So now we are shifting. When we started, we were actually constructing standpipe and then doing a lot of community engagement. And over time, we are shifting our approach to be in line with the Sustainable Development Goal, especially for water, which says that water should be at the customer's premise, available when needed, and free from contamination. And we are also looking at private connections as providing better service. And usually when people have water in their homes, the willingness to pay also improves. And in Ghana, we have realized that the compound houses in low-income communities use a lot of water. So they are not small customers as such. If you put them together, they are really big customers. But then the high new service connection fees, which currently is about $150, it's still a key barrier. And so it's not really about perception anymore. Evidence so far shows that the poor pay more by getting water through vendors or informal connections. So direct access is more equitable, And initially there was the belief that low-income communities were difficult to serve due to the fact that they will not be able to pay the new service connections, they will not pay their bills, and they will connect illegally. But with Lips 2, we have tried to create strategies that has helped to overcome most of these challenges. So yes, the perception has evolved. Low-income customers are no longer seen as a burden, but as valued clients deserving of direct service and fair treatment. And I should add that several factors have really driven this shift. One key factor is the partnerships and our collaboration with development partners, international utilities, and the communities themselves, working with the World Bank, with UN organizations like UNICEF, UN Habitat, and of course, Water for Life, Waterways. All these organizations have enabled us to implement targeted interventions, such as the subsidized service connections, and we have also implemented innovative financing models. We have moved away from the one-size-fits-all model and adopted inclusive strategies that cater to the specific needs of different communities. So this includes flexible payment plans and the establishment of community-based water user associations. We are also conducting a lot of baseline studies and engaging communities in participatory planning. We've been able to design services that are both responsive to customer needs and also financially sustainable. So as a result, in Ghana Water, we no longer see low-income customers as high risk, but rather as valued partners. And this shift in perspective has led to better service delivery, increased revenue collection, and stronger community trust, proving that investing in equitable water access benefits both customers and the utility. Thank you.
Wow, that's really interesting. So, how about you, Hashuli?
There are 20 million people living, around 5,000 LICs are there. So it's a big city and a lot of population. So we see that there is only one water utility company. It's monopoly, right? They're serving or providing water to the whole city, the only water utility company. So with the support of Water Uppers Partnership Project, VEI is implementing LIC project. So in WOP 1, WOP 2, WOP 3, currently we have a project, and we have seen that phase by phase, this partnership's continuing. So the how Dhaka WASA is providing services, as it's a big city. So they have made the city into 10 smaller zones, which is called mud zones. So by this, the area have been segregated so that the water services can be provided to the LIC area, even the commercial area. So what I noticed with the work project, LIC area has been implemented to the DMA network so that they can be treated as a general customer. Like in the earlier, the LIC area was not integrated with the DMA, so there were many illegal connections. Even there was huge water loss. Billing system was not good, improper billing system. So WP project established a model DMA where model is like to follow to replicate in other areas so that the LIC area can be integrated and also they can be served as a general customer. Like water utility company will provide 24 by 7 water services. There will be maintenance services. So this kind of things. Yeah, these things are going good. And the changes I saw that, as you know, that earlier in LIC areas were not integrated, and with the support of WAP partnership project, now local water utility company is more interested to have this kind of project in the future, so that the LIC areas are not lag behind. So we have the SDG goal, that six water and sanitation for all. So they're trying to have more projects coming in the future, so that the LIC customers can be served properly and we can provide them the water and sanitation services. Yeah.
Oh, it is great. Shall we now talk about communication? Communication is key to building trust, but reaching and educating customer, especially in low-income communities, can be challenging. What strategies have proven most effective in your experience? Can you share a bit about that?
Yeah, sure. You're right that sometimes it's difficult to build trust with the low income community unless you don't know them very well. So, what I noticed in my project, when we would like to start a new project, we need to do a survey or we need to collect data. So, what we did in our last several projects, like first, we try to find out like who are the CBO leaders in that area so that we can, because what we notice, if we communicate through the CBO led leaders, it is easy to access to them. Otherwise, sometimes if you go directly, maybe they will not accept you like not positively. Sometimes they will not share the information. So my colleague, I always saw her that she tries to find some people who are known to that area, then through those people, we go access to the customers. We try to build a relationship, try to listen what problems they are facing, and we try to feel like what type of problems they are facing. Like, water is very important. So if they don't have water, everything is seem not good. So water is very essential thing. Yeah. So yeah, we try to reach them through community mobilization. This is also very important. And for example, if we want to educate them on something, like in our different projects, we have implemented LIC areas. So we have provided different kind of trainings, like hygiene training, then training for CBO leaders, customer relationship training, and also, that we provide a training like when a water point is not working or not functioning, how to repair that. So I saw that role playing is very important because so while giving the hygiene promotion training, so first we ask, hey, how many times you wash your hands? So they answer. So if you make it interactive and if you use the simple language, not difficult, it will be easy to understand for them. Like we wash hands step by step. We role play like, oh, first wet your hands, then put soap, then wash like this thing. So role play. So what I noticed that role playing, they accept it very positively and they take it easily. And also for water point repair or maintenance, we in the training usually we take a tubal and we also provide them the toolbox so that if it is not functioning, then how to repair it. So in the training we make a group, we say that, oh, this water point is not working, so how we are going to do it. So do it with the toolboxes we provided. So they are happily doing it for like repair, maintenance, or happily learning the hygiene promotion training. So it should be interactive, and also like you have to be you have to be included with them to understand what they want actually.
Yeah.
Also, I want to add one thing. It's not that only we provide the training to the male, we include also female so that they can, because most of the time we notice that female are in the house or sometimes male, but we provide training for male and female.
We all know, we all attest to the fact that effective communication is key to building trust and ensuring that low-income residents fully understand and adopt utility services. Over the years, we have found that the most impactful approaches include engaging people through town hall meetings, focus group discussions. These provide a strong platform for open dialogues on water conservation, billing, and service expectations generally. And then these sessions not only educate customers, but also give them the opportunity to voice their concerns directly to utility managers and officers. And in Ghana, one traditional approach we use, not only for low-income customers, but for all customers in the utility, is what we call the PA systems, public address systems, that disseminates messages to people where they are at the community. So usually these vehicles go into the communities early in the morning or sometimes late in the evenings when people are at home and are with their families. Then we disseminate messages to them. And then one key innovation within our department is our one-stop shop concept, where we set up temporary offices in the communities during interventions. And this helps to improve our visibility and easy contacts with residents. We have also established water user associations that acts as a liaison between the utility and customers, helping to resolve complaints, share critical information, and promote responsible water use. So I would say that when the water utility goes to the community physically and culturally, you build trust, and trust is the foundation for impact. Let me share an example about one of our most successful communication strategies. This was during the introduction of subsidized household connections in low-income areas of the Greater Accra metropolitan area. Initially, trust between Ghana Water and these communities was extremely low, I must say. And many households were hesitant to even listen to Ghana Water, much more to sign up for household connections due to misconceptions about the utility. So to address this, we took a multifaceted approach. We collaborated with the local assembly, engaged traditional and opinion leaders, conducted house-to-house visits, and also ran local radio programs. In Ghana, most of the low-income communities have local radio stations. So we engaged there, and then we also introduced what we call the testimony time during our meetings, where early adopters of the subsidized connection project shared their positive experiences with others. So within months, we saw a remarkable shift. More residents voluntarily registered for connections, and overall trust in the utility at the poor communities has significantly improved. This experience was so transformative that the subsidized connection program has since become our flagship model for expanding access to safe water in the poor areas. Thank you.
Changing customer behavior, whether it's conserving water or making regular payments, is never easy. So, what communication techniques or messages have been successful in influencing behavior in a meaningful way?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah, I agree with you. Behavior change is very difficult unless you want to change by yourself. So, in our last LIC projects, we have organized different campaigns, well, campaigns. It's like gathering of 100 people from different LIC areas. We try to gather them in a place, and the purpose was of the campaign is to create awareness amongst the people, like reduce misuse of water, then paying regular bill, not to take illegal connections, those things. So our idea was to create awareness, and also we want them to carry that news to other LIC areas so that they can motivate others that we should save water, and also we should pay the bill regularly to the Dhaka WASA, because if we get the water regularly, why will not pay the bill, right? So from our project, we usually provide them nice, colorful T-shirts. Like we already organized 6 campaigns, so every time different color T-shirts. So people are very motivated, community people, and also we try to put some message on the t-shirt backside, on the front side, in Bengali, in our local language, so that they can understand. So if they wear the t-shirts, then other people will see the message, so it will come to their mind that, oh, we should not waste water. So, and we also make a big rally from one LIC area to other LIC area. So like 100 people. We say when we start the rally, we also notice that many other people's also joining in that rally. So this is how we try to actually build awareness in the LIC area, and we always try to make them feel that how important each drop of water. And other things, like we also organize different days like World Water Day, Hand Washing Day, Environmental Day, to create awareness, even male, female, old people, and even the children. We try to organize art competition regarding water. So kids are also motivated to learn how to save water, not to waste water, those things. And in Dhaka Water Supply, the local water utility, they also annually organize a program where the people in LIC area who are paying bills regularly, they also get reward. Like if you pay the bill regularly, you will get reward. So they're also happy to get that reward. And from our project, we also organize other reward-based results, like who are maintaining household clean and hygiene and not misusing water. We also try to reward. So this is how we try to actually build awareness among the LIC customers. Yeah.
Great question. Behavior change is not easy.
Yes.
We cannot do everything, but we are committed to doing the best we can to change behaviors, especially in the poor communities, so that we can change them from the poor paying customers into good paying customers that our utility desires. And improving customer behavior starts with improving how the utility communicates. Data accuracy and empathy all go hand in hand. So, for example, the bills that we distribute to customers, we send to customers, the communication on the bill or the information on the bills must be simple, accurate, and well understood by our customers. So we have been undertaking education on terms like cubic meters, which translates into 1,000 liters, is crucial because most people don't know this. And we also put emphasis on utility responsibility to provide understandable bills and prompt services. So VEI's Waterways support, for example, on billing dashboards has been developed for all our districts. So we have a database of all customers who have benefited from subsidized connection interventions. And through the dashboards, we are able to provide monthly updates, which helps to detect anomalies and non-payment cases. And then our regional officers follow up directly with customers through calls, sometimes house to house, mostly, yeah. Even those of us in the head office, when we go on site, working visits to the communities, we follow up, we read meters to check and see if it conforms with the bills. And I believe that as utilities, we should be able to demystify billing and payment systems, address concerns, and build confidence in the payment process. And if you do that, bills will be paid promptly. Let me share a real impact on the ground in one of our communities. We call it Amasaman, a peri-urban area in Western Accra, where Waterworks supported in extending the network with 12 kilometers of distribution pipelines and connecting more than 2,000 households. We noticed high levels of non-payment after some time. And so to address this, we worked closely with district staff and customers to clarify bills, correct discrepancies where needed, and ensure that charges or bills accurately reflected actual water usage. And within 6 months, bill payment compliance increased by 30%. And by the last quarter of 2024, the collection ratio had exceeded 180%, which means we are collecting the current bills plus arrears. So this experience reinforces an important lesson that behavior change isn't about enforcement. It is about making responsible water use practical and beneficial for customers while ensuring the utility plays its own role in billing fairly and transparently. Thank you.
The Water Operator Partnership is all about knowledge exchange and collaboration. How has participating in WOP shaped your approach to customer communication? What key lessons have you taken away from this experience?
My questions a lot. I am a product of WOPs, starting from Water for Life to Vein to Waterworks to the EU Work Partnership to partnerships with the World Bank. I collaborate a lot with partners, and I would say that WOPs have been instrumental in refining our customer communication strategies, particularly in strengthening trust and engagement. Water for Life and Waterworks, for example, has helped professionalize services and build the capacity of my staff, including myself, over the years through coaching, mentoring, trainings, exposure visits, attending international conferences, presenting. It has all helped to shape our thinking, build capacity, and helped us to grow professionally and personally. We have also learned to think from a donor's perspective, looking at impact, sustainability, accountability. And in Ghana, we have a live-in partnership manager, that is Crying Drisen, who has been phenomenal, guiding, supporting, advising, pushing, So we have all learned over the years, and this has all helped to strengthen the voice of the low-income customer support department within the utility. Our data-driven decision-making is now standard through the use of the dashboards. And now, Ghana Water is leading a water operator partnership under the EU Work Program. So here we are transferring knowledge to Guma Water Valley Company in Sierra Leone. And it's all through work, from being a mentee to being a mentor now. So WOPS hasn't just supported us, it has transformed us. Today, we are not only implementing, but we are also sharing what we've learned with other utilities? Thank you.
The lesson I learned that as we are working with the local water utility company, so we always try to engage them, like when selecting the low income area, and we try to engage them because Dhaka WASA can feel that yes, it's also their responsibility, because the project will not stay longer. Like after 4 years, we will be leaving. So what we are trying, WOP is trying to enhance the capacity of Dhaka WASA. So in the beginning of selection of the low income area, we try to engage Dhaka WASA and also invite them to attend the kickoff meeting, introduce them with the CBO leaders, and we try to actually engage other stakeholders so that the idea of the project or objective of the project is clear to all the stakeholders. And in the project, we also organize customer relationship training. We usually organize this training to have a good relationship with the low income community and also the water utility company, because you know that sometimes low income customers don't have the access to communicate with the local water utility company. So we try to make that bridge so that the customers can have direct access to raise their issue or share their problems through this customer relationship training. And I found that this training really helped both the customers and the low income community. And it is also, Dhaka WASA is also collaborating with other NGOs and CBO leaders to come to a solution. Like, yeah, and I really appreciate the Water Uppers Partnership Project work well for this implementing LIC area.
New policies and changes in service delivery can sometimes be met with skepticism. So, how do you handle resistance from customer and build long-term trust, particularly in communities with a history of service challenges?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So when any new policies or changes comes, Dhaka WASA always try to keep in their mind that there is the LIC area, because sometimes policies or new changes will not be accepted by the LIC area because they have also their opinion, and yeah, they need to be informed. So in Dhaka WASA, there is a separate department called CPCR, Consumer Program and Customer Relations. So any new changes or policy takes place, then Dhaka WASA always try to communicate with the CPCR unit. Then CPCR unit implement those policies or new changes through the local NGOs or other stakeholders. So they try to make new policies and changes understand to the LIC customers. And there is also a separate division in Dhaka WASA, the complaint division, like customer care complaint 16162. So anything happens in the LIC area, like they are not getting water or any leakage arises or any other problem arises, they can easily communicate through the customer care complaint number. So even when they're paying bill, on the backside of the bill, there's some numbers given, like they can communicate with the executive engineers in that particular area, but the complaint number is given. So the customer have direct access to communicate. And yeah, this is how Dhaka WASA is trying to build the trust so that there is no like resistance to the new changes. Yeah.
Yes. So resistance and trust often arise from past experiences, misunderstandings, and usually in Ghana water, concerns about billing. Either that customers think that they have been overbilled, they have not used the water, why have you sent this bill? But then policy changes are rare, but tariff increases can spark resistance, I must say. But strong communication of the value of piped water, safe, affordable, reliable, it helps to really bring tempest down. And in Ghana, we have the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, that is our regulator. That helps to balance customer and utility interests. So when customers have issues, they may choose to report to Ghana Water or report to the PURC. And of course, when Ghana Water also has issues with the customer, we can report that customer to the PURC. So that helps to balance them best a bit. And education, of course, plays a central role. The comparative cost of 1,000 liters of piped water versus sachet or bottled water cannot be put on the same level. Having piped water in your home is far cheaper, less expensive, and improves your quality of life than buying water in sachet or in bottles. And I believe that if people understand the value, they are more likely to accept the change. So education reduces resistance. And I should also add that while we haven't introduced new policies recently, we are scaling up best practices based on successful pilot projects. Our approach has always been rooted in proactive engagement, transparency, and community involvement. Thank you.
Wow, what an insightful conversation. This conversation has highlighted just how essential communication is in the water sector. It's not just about delivering a service, it's about engaging communities, building trust, and ensuring long term sustainability. A huge thank you to our guests, Hashuli and Faustina, for sharing their insight. And to our listener, we hope this discussion has sparked new ideas and strategies for improving customer communication in your own work. If you found this episode valuable, be sure to subscribe, share, and continue the conversation with your peers. Thank you for joining us in celebrating 20 years of impact. Until next time, let's keep working toward a more inclusive and customer focused water sector. Bye bye.